Honestly, why the government of Taiwan allows big dogs to be bred here, I'm not sure. I don't think it should be legal. I mean, if you come up to our shelter, you will see some of our dogs are very large. We have Great Danes, we have Mastiffs. These dogs don't belong in Taiwan, but they're still bred here for the pet industry. You can go to a pet shop on Geelong Road and buy, a small puppy Great Dane. But you don't realize in a year that dog is going to be gigantic. And then what happens is a lot of times the people don't know how to care for it. They call the shelters and the shelters have no room, so they dump it. They take up to the mountains and dump it. I'm Tim Gorski. I'm the CEO of Pack Sanctuary. We have a sanctuary in Sanje for about 400 animals. We spend about 1.2 million NT per month on 400 animals. We start to fall deeper and deeper into debt. So that's a big challenge. I feel like a lot of times it's like a puzzle. We're trying to move money around to make things work so we can feed the animals and give them good medical care. As you know, Taiwan, or I should say Taipei, is not really well designed for bigger dogs. Unfortunately, most of our dogs are medium to large sized dogs. That's a big challenge to get them adopted out. A German Shepherd, a beautiful dog, older German Shepherd, about 8 years old. And I asked the woman, I said, you adopted this dog, why are you bringing her back? And she said, I'm moving to a smaller apartment and they don't allow dogs. And I said, well, don't you think you should try and find an apartment that does allow dogs? And she says, no, I'd rather just give the dog back. And at that point, I'm not going to argue. It means they don't want the dog. The other thing is a lot of people aren't really ready for the commitment of a dog. People need to understand that it is a lifelong decision. When you adopt a dog, it's not temporary. It's for the life of the dog. I mean, honestly, if we want to be honest about our work, shelters are prisons. The animals don't have any control over their lives. They eat when they're fed. They do what they're told when they're well behaved. They go out and enjoy the sunshine when we let them. So shelters are, in essence, prisons. Our shelter up on the mountain in Sanje just happens to be a very nice prison. But it is a prison because the animals live in captivity. An animal shelter is kind of like a bucket under a leaky roof. And the roof is leaking animals, right? And you build a bucket to stop the leak. Instead of fixing the leak, you build a bucket, right? And then that bucket gets full. And what do? You go get a bigger bucket, and then a bigger bucket, and a bigger bucket. When actually you have to fix the leak in the roof. And in our case, that's education. Educating the people, doing TNR, trap, neuter, release, programs like that.